the tanky engagement. They're going to lean lane dominant, the classic Ezreal karma.
Ooh, and immediately the slam coming in from BLG.
Yeah. Game will be a lot more complex. Grubs and Dragon going to be on the Rift at the same time. It's the Hank looking for an angle onto Care, who does have the flash available. In goes YXL, throws him to the Wolves. The Hank gets the lockdown and flash. Maybe not even need to be expended. Care does get back towards his team. Doesn't get the shockwave off. Mystic shot started to fly. In comes Sorrow from the side. The Hank flashes away to throw his mid laner down into the fire of bots. So first blood, BLG Jr., but cleaned back up by FPX. Bot in the bot lane. I'm not about to start spitting
look, the karaoke, considering we're both Jack Harlow fans, I don't think we should be talking about rap right now. I think we're
hey, man.
the qualification.
Hey, man, he's
in a different lane right now. He's in a different lane. They've got the dragon here for FPX. Let's see if BLG can actually go for the contest. Sheer is in such a tough spot versus this Rumble.
Warded Dragon, in goes Yoiyu, able to get a good cycle, and the Impale comes across from Sorrow, grabs 3, but he actually gets thrown into BLJ Jr.'s bot is far too low to continue fighting. What a Shuriman shuffle from YXL, who was tired of the
Dragon for them as well. They're winning on the top side of the map. We've got Grubs spawning in a minute and a half, so they're going to have those ultimates back like Caitlyn, or you can try to play champions that can kind of ignore the minion wave. So great job from Jaro recognizing that one of the ways you get around not only Ezreal, but also this Orianna, even Mbessa without her tank build, is going to be to just outrange them. So great job from him. He's going to have a lot of utility in this game, not only with his ultimate, but with how much damage he's going to be able to apply.
Oh, Loiyu going for it all onto Bot, who flashes back with a depth charge, follows. Bot is down. They get the Impale from Sorrow, able to trade 80 carry for 80 carry, but the public execution has been ordered by FPX, and with the slows, Loiyu's going to fall, and the Hank has to watch as his team crumbles. He gets the dredge line, though, and with the help of the turret, is actually able to trade out Sheer. Here comes LQH, maybe looking to clean up.
Their spells, it's not like your Varus ultimate is spreading onto the Mbessa, onto this Skarner. It was onto a single target, and now they've lost multiple flashes from some of their carries. They lost a lot of those kills, and now we're moving in. It's going to be 3 Grubs here for BLG Jr. Can they get one more for the Grubs? And it is good. They got the mites now.
Got the mites.
Oh,
don't
he messed
really worry
up
about the 5th
no,
one. Oh, he's not over the wall. Well, he's dead. He doesn't have flash. He just burned it. Is he going to get the grub? He does at least get the grub. Consolation prize, but small mistake gives Bot more gold. Some solid damage down with that Eclipse stun.
Eclipse is great. I'm kind of sad that they changed this item. As someone who off-rolls to top lane, I love playing a lot of Jace, and this Eclipse item, still a rush on that champion, but definitely a little bit different nowadays. Great job from Bot by canceling the recall. This does mean that they will have a bit of a timer here on the side of FPX to move on in. LQH trying to find something.
Flash away, not going to be enough. LQH solo bolo time, and best
60 seconds before plates are going to be disappearing. And now LQH can just recall after this, spend his gold, move on over. I mean, to be honest, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't have ultimate anymore. There's no equalizer. I don't think it's a play. It looks like FPX is going to try to make a turn.
Sorrow takes the free Impale onto the Hank, has the damage dealers behind him. Gifted kill over to Sorrow. 1 Impale, 1 kill.
Okay, start out the Dragon now here for FPX. You already have kind of come to the decision. Yes, we've lost our trust here. For BLG, I think we just need to drop this Dragon and look towards the Rift Herald. We have 5 Grubs. We already got the first Dragon. I think that this is an objective that's going to be really, really cumbersome if they lose this fight.
We're stepping up. Dragon's already gone, though. Shockwave does a ton of value, but Jue is hit by the dredge line. Split fight on both sides. Ultimate's being dropped by the junglers. With the health bar gone for Sorrow. Bot commits the arcane shift forward. Does have to flash out. Jue kept safe by the public execution from Seer. In goes Loiyu. Does not find a low health target.
From having access to the Rift Herald, they are now also going to grab the mid-tier one. So what this means for FPX, hopefully, is that they'll be able to use this to...
Saw how integral mid lane prio was in the last FunPlus Phoenix game. Didn't really have control of a lot of those mid lane turrets. Oh boy, Sheer. Once again jumped on by LQH. Has the equalizer if he wants it. Public execution does not get him out. Instead brings him back even closer to LQH. There's the equalizer. No flash for Sheer. It's deja vu this time towards the bot side. LQH smites down Sheer.
This YXL now, because of that teleport away from this top lane, could end up actually pushing another wave here, but maybe afraid as they don't have a ton of vision. Jway just made the escape of a lifetime. Okay, we're getting a fight.
Behind. Cyclone, Jway has to flash away. There's the second bout of YXL. He didn't want the split push all. He wants the kills. Jway has to pay for his transgressions, and now that
with Jway going down, they've lost access to their mid wave. We've seen that top wave. They've had to send Sheer. I think they might be in bed. It is 2 a.m. for those people. If they're on the West Coast, maybe for our East Coast friends who are up a little bit early. We've got an ARAM here sitting in position. Dragon
another
spawning.
flank.
LQH.
Oh my gosh, YXL just leveled Care. Didn't even have a chance in the world. Sorrow only able to escape thanks to the transversing of the terrain.
In the future, or cut this wave high in mid lane and try to assault this mid tier 2. As I was thinking, okay, that was a lot of ultimates used. That was almost every single ultimate except Leo used. So maybe there was in my mind,
deal with the Azir damages online, and LQH is just so far accelerated. You have to worry about where this Rumble is on these flanks, where the equalizer looks, and maybe just picking up side lanes if you're Care, because you blink and you've got Loyiyu right on top of you. That teleport was a bit too late. Sheer shows up to the party without any friends. He's surrounded by the enemy, making a bit of a fight here with Jway and Sorrow finally showing up. They're able to get the slam into the wall, and down goes Loyiyu, impaled down onto YXL, gets the stream and shuffle onto 2, and YXL wants all the smoke, and he's got the teammates to back him up. Where did that true shot barrage come from? Because Bot's able to rescue a kill back for FPX, but the fight continues. LQH on the flank finds Bot, knocks him down, gets the slow onto Jway, piercing arrow, able to get enough damage with the flame spinner. It's a double to LQH as he goes juggernaut in this game. Gives control over to the Baron Pit, though, at the very least for BLG.J. Care going to get that tier 1 back on the bot side.
On the Dragon. Even if FPX decide right now they can start the Baron, it'll already be 10 seconds too late. They're going to grab themselves a tier 1 in trade, and BLG.J. put themselves up on soul point
fighting
here.
for this mid lane wave control. Azir turret trying to pay homage to its fallen true turret. Gets paid by YXL. FPX really trying to push these waves up. Bot playing on the front line. Ever present. Got to be worried about those dredge lines. And oh, what an arcane shift. He dodges YXL's Shuriman shuffle. And on the backside, the shockwave knocks YXL low. Bot is still on the retreat, but he's able to stay up and strong. And here comes Sheer teleporting in. Zhao Rui knocks down Sorrow. And Sheer is just not tanky enough to really continue that fight. So despite Bot's heroics, Bot wants to go back towards this dragon. So does LQH, but he's walking into treacherous territory. There's a big Mystic shot. Look how low Loyiyu is. It just feels like there's no way to safely contest this dragon unless they just gain control of the river, because FPX was worried about that mid wave. Now they're just trying to turn and burn it before FPX can figure this out. They're still clearing out vision. The dragon is below 3,000. There's not going to be a contest at all. It's too late.
Damage with this team. And look at who's already back. They have Equalizer available. Instead, I really want to see FPX look for the turn.
Cyclone available in mere seconds for Loyiyu. Baron below half HP, still a ton of room to play with. Equalizer down on the backside, and with the Emperor's Divide, it's a sweet as can be pick. Sheer and Jway drop, and now the Baron is immediately halted for FPX.
There we go. They wanted to make the turn. It was a Scryer's Bloom coming in, sweeps all of FPX alongside YXL and LQH. Great setup from the Hank, and that's going to turn into their Chemtech Soul. It's going to turn into BLG's Baron, unless Sorrow makes a massive steal.
Sorrow just walks in and walks out with the Baron. How does that happen? Sure, he'll pay his price with his life, but it's another huge stall for FunPlus Phoenix.
Go for both of these lanes. They're crashing at the same time. Care's actually sitting in Fog of War right now, ready to push. Massive gold swing about to come in here. Some of the resources on the bottom side of the map here get their bottom tier 2 as well. This should kind of catapult them, despite BLG.J. having 5 of the grubs.
Look at this setup from FPX, though. They're succeeding so much space around this Drake pit, allowing, kind of inviting a flank here from Loyiyu on this Wukong. We saw a very influential Wukong from EDG, and both teams are Terrified of old Greybeard.
Ooh,
There's the
nice.
first catch. Great Zanyas from YXL. Gets away from the shockwave. Impale gonna grab one. They're gonna try to burn through the Hank. He gets the depth charge off. In goes YXL way deep, but he doesn't find the mark. It's okay though, because his team cleans up from front to back. A flash forward from Loyiyu finds another kill onto Care. And it's gonna have to be Bot. The big hero has all of the time in the world. The true shot barrage does not get the steal. Elder Baron onto 4 for the juniors of BLG.
Oh, Bot wants to keep going for this. Maybe they try to push in on mid. They see where Hank and Zhao Ryu is. It's going to be Loyiyu.
He's a maniac.
And he's going forward.
Oh, flashes over the dredge line. Bot still trying to do it all on his own. Loyiyu just has more than enough damage to blow through him. Elder buff to secure it. Bot only finds as aggressive and confident as ever. And FPX, even with no Elder on 2 of the main carries,
trying to get more than kind of just one structure because they are so heavily
top
indexed.
side. But you called it out well, Alk. They need to use these grubs and barons together. Equalizer down for LQH. Doesn't get a ton of value there. Just trying to maybe zone Care and company away, but that ultimate's gonna be down for
here. We haven't seen Care link up with any of his teammates. Bot.
No. Oh my God, the damage to Zhao Rui on that piercing arrow was monstrous. And it felt inevitable with how aggressive Bot wants to play. Picked off for nothing.
When is the wave going to get here, though? Ooh, they're summoning the Azir turret, so they really want to get that. The aggression of Bot coming to a head here as now he's just so far up in mid. With him being taken down, BLG can very easily just walk on in, use their grubs, and start to assault the inhibitor line. It's going to be them cracking open the base. It only took them 20 minutes, but at this point, if you're BLG juniors, you're taking every win you can get. It's 25 seconds before the Ezreal's alive, and they're going to try to look for an end.
Equalizer onto Care. Flash forward from LQH. He really wants Care, but he's got interrupted by Sheer. Into the stasis LQH goes. They're not going for the kills. They're just going for the Nexus. Upgrade BLG from the junior table to the top. They just knock